Incontro means to meet. So originally, you know, to meet was sort of a place for people to be able to come and to meet here. And, you know, we specialise in big tables, whereas a lot of restaurants these days, they go for their 2s up to sort of 8 sort of people. But we can quite happily cater for, you know, 18 to 20 people sitting on one table. Incontro concept sort of started one day where I'd walk out and see my friends and family, and I'd sort of tell them about me just organising food for them without them having to look at a menu. And one day we got an email from another client. They said, look, we loved everything, but the table next to us had the chef come out to us and organise their food for them. How do we get involved with that? So from that day forth, we started the concept of what we call the piccolo dining, or the chef to cook, and that's where I pretty much go around to every single table in the restaurant and organise their food for them without them having to look at any menus. We were out fishing, my father, my best mate and his father, and right before bag limits, we hit this spot of trevally, and we literally were dropping the lines down, and the hooks wouldn't even reach the bottom of the ocean, and the trevally were just coming through and picking them up, and we filled up a fish tub, you know, 3/4 with trevally within about an hour and a half. What I love most about what I do is the creation. You know, Australia has just such a wonderful variety and selection of produce, but then actually being able to create something with that produce and not make it into anything else, because it doesn't need to be made into anything else, but just putting flavours with it that not necessarily have been done before, as well as, you know, some of the classics, you know. With seafood especially, you know, less is more. Don't overcook it. You know, seafood will continue cooking. So remember, if it's a little bit undercooked when you take it out of the pan, by the time it gets out and you actually serve it on the table, it'll be cooked through. And seafood lends itself to being less cooked than more cooked anyway. We eat medium rare, salmon, kingfish. We eat sashimi every day now because of our culture. You know, even a prawn can be done a little bit less. So I think just less is more, and don't overcook that seafood. Serve it with some salad and a good drizzle of olive oil. You know, you don't have to have all these fancy sauces to make it shine, you know. Be prepared to give up your weekends and your nights because that's when the industry thrives, and that's where you have to be there. It's a real lifestyle thing, and if you really want a great lifestyle, I say the hospitality industry is one of the best for me. You know, that's the way I sort of see it. A lot of people sort of say that they don't really like fishy fish. And again, you know, we're blessed in Western Australia because a lot of our fish is so it's tropical, and all those species are so clean tasting, they're not so fishy. And once you get down into the colder waters, we start getting into it. But I like to challenge their view that they don't eat seafood, and there's certain products that I know I can give them and they won't have a problem with, like shark bait, MANDURAH, any sort of whiting from up and down our coast. I could give that to someone that doesn't eat seafood or doesn't like seafood, and you buck the trend of them saying they don't eat seafood because they'll say that was actually okay.